Hello everyone, welcome back to the HD podcast. I'm your host tonight, Damon, Derry, Hammer, three of us back again, and this time we are going in hard, very hard indeed, in the main topic tonight. We're going to start off obviously with a what you watch story of the week, with a random news story again in America. It seems to be the place to go again with the random news story of the week. The main topic tonight is talking about headlines and tabloid headlines at that, and how disgusting the narratives are, especially after this week, the events that happened in London this week. We need to discuss and we need to break down what is. It's been a long time coming. This sort of discussion needs to happen, and I think we need to have it tonight. And also, the game later on is going to be a fun game for these guys guessing what people search for on Google. First of all, guys, HD podcast.
Get off your phone. Get off your phone.
We come here. We come here with, as you can see already, a vibe. We come with a vibe. This isn't a vibe like no other podcast. You got shits and gigs out there. They're doing their own thing, but this is also quite a similar vibe. But I'd say a slightly better vibe as well. And that's not putting them down at all. Boys, weekend's here.
Yep.
We're all happy on a weekend. How are you guys going?
Yeah, man. Not too bad. Just going through the weekend as we normally do, you know what I mean? It's Saturday. And we're just here to chill and talk and see where it takes us. So yeah. We out here.
I think that's what it is, Derry always says, see where it takes us. This is this podcast, see where it takes us. We go on a limb. We have a little plan in place of what we're going to talk about, but the way this goes and the way it takes us is like getting a random flight and spinning around the globe and pointing to a country that day. We're going to go that day. This is where this podcast goes. We're going to go to a random country. But let's start with the You Watch story of the week. Again, like I said earlier, America is the place seems to be for these stories because there's more people over there and there's more random shit that goes on over there. Last week was at Australia and it was about a horse. This week it's about an animal. This time it's not about a human being. It's about a cat. And this is the headline first, boys. I'll give you the headline as I always do first. Cat travels 500 miles in an Amazon return package. That's your headline. What do you think's happened here?
Wait, say that again. Cat what?
Cat travels 500 miles in an Amazon return package.
So there was a cat in the Amazon return package that traveled 500 miles. Did anybody know that the cat was in there?
How does it get in there? What does it look like? The package.
Basically, a cat in Utah, in America. Cat owner. Also, I've seen some of these cat owners are quite obsessive with their cat, and that's with cat ladies or whatever, or cat men, and travelled from Utah. It must have escaped and got away somehow, and it ended up in California, which is 500 miles away from its home. What happened was then obviously the husband of the woman that lost the cat had to send a return package, obviously an Amazon box, to California, where I think a vet found the cat eventually over there and get it back. What I want to know is why the heck was the cat running away for 500 miles when the way the woman talks, it seems like the cat was happy where it was. It was really happy where it was.
I don't think the cat kind of ran away. I feel like was it a big cat?
And that's what,
was it that one? Oh,
well, the box was 3 by 3 foot, so
okay,
a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it must have been. I feel like it was a kitten, but the headline probably just will stand out more if he said cat instead of kitten. So I feel like probably was a kitten, and the guy probably returned, like you said, he's returning something back to Amazon, isn't he?
Yeah. No, not Amazon in the jungle.
No. I know what you're saying. I know what Amazon is. I'm not. Come on,
Mention Amazon the jungle, you know. Yo,
that's what I'm saying. So he was returning a package back to the basically to the
Well, no, the husband of the woman that lost the cat sent out a Amazon package to California to like a return one where you just put the cat in and then obviously it gets returned.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, so it's going back to Amazon basically. The package.
It's going back to Utah, not Amazon.
Wait, I'm so confused. Hold on a second. Where did the cat come from? Utah, right?
Do you think they bought a cat on Amazon?
No.
And then
I'm
send
trying
it back?
to say what I'm trying to say is so the cat came from Utah. That's where they lived, right?
Yeah, and it escaped,
and then they went to California.
It ended up in California.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say that was the package getting returned back to like, so let's say they ordered something, but it was only in California, but they have to obviously ship it to where they are.
No, but basically the husband of the wife, to get the cat back, had to send like an empty Amazon package, return one to California, so they could put the cat in and then obviously you can just return it.
I thought they ordered something. Somehow the cat got in there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was like, they're returning it. That's what
they're returning it. Yeah.
That for a second. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, makes sense.
That's what I thought when you said they're returning to Amazon. I thought you meant the Amazon jungle.
No. I thought they were turning it actually back to Amazon, because they'll have like a warehouse where they pack things up or whatever. I thought they were turning it back to them.
Yeah.
And then they found a cat in there, and they were like, there's a cat. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. So this is why I think the cat's escaped, and I don't know if you've ever seen like a crazy cat lady before, but there may be reasons why the cat escaped.
How did the cat even get
500 miles? That's a long way to travel for a cat.
Yeah. Like, how did he like that is mad confusing. No, I'm actually trying to deep it. I don't want to say something, because I feel like I'm not getting the story straight, but how did the cat get there in the first place?
It waited for a train like horse did last week.
Oh, snap.
How did the cat get there in the first place? And how did no one see this cat? Let's just say, okay, for example, he didn't get eaten by no coyote or anything. Yeah. He didn't get run over by any car or fox or whatever, yeah. Nobody, and you're telling me no one, let's say he probably walked to the highway or whatever. You're telling me nobody saw this random ass cat in the middle of nowhere just walking down without reporting it.
True.
You know what I mean? It's a bit weird. Like, that's just a weird coincidence. How did all of these events could have happened to this cat, but it didn't?
It didn't.
Do you think the cat was disappointed when it got returned? Like, for fuck's sake, I tried getting out of there.
You never know. Most probably.
I have to wrap my brain around this.
You know, I'm actually going to say, this makes me. What she said in the actual in the article as well. The woman that owns the cat makes me more suspicious. This is what she said. She said she's not the kind of cat who makes noises. She wasn't speaking up for herself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that maybe this cat is like some different type of cat that like Toy Story, when everything just comes to life when nobody's around.
Yeah,
I think this cat has some different powers, mate. Because when you said how did the cat get there and people didn't see and all of this stuff, it's quite true. Like, maybe the cat, I don't know, maybe the cat could it could speak, and it has it has all of these weird human senses, like, and thought, no, do you know what, fuck this, man, I'm out of it, I need to get out of it, I need to go. And it just went. It knows its way around the world and all of that shit. And that was the scenario, because it just don't, even her saying that sounds a bit weird. It didn't speak up for itself. What do you mean about that?
Like some sort of Stuart Little going on.
Yeah, some Stuart Little. Yeah, exactly.
Some, like, it makes no sense, like, because it's almost like, you say the cat speak. Okay, even if the cat spoke up for itself, how would someone know, oh yeah, this is a lost cat, I need to return it back to its owner? Like, you're not gonna understand what it's saying. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. When they returned it, how did they know that the cat belonged to
unless it had a collar? That's the other thing.
Yeah, probably unless it had a collar. Yeah, unless it had a collar. That makes sense. But still,
it was
that. Yeah.
And it went to California as well. It didn't go anywhere randomly. It went to California like where everyone else could possibly pick. You're trying to get away.
Yeah, like I'm thinking that whole story makes more sense than this. I'm not gonna lie to you. That whole story makes much more sense.
Even that is a bit mad still.
No, that's mad. Don't get me wrong, that is mad, yeah. But this one is worse because this traveled 500 miles to get to a whole different state. Not even a whole different state. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like,
mental.
Without anything happening to it, without it getting running over, without it getting eaten by another animal. You know what I mean?
No one even picking it up and taking it.
That's mad.
Mental.
You can imagine it, can't you, with backpack on or something? packing its shit at home.
No, it's not.
You know when you're 13 or 14, you have an argument with your parents and you start packing your clothes?
Yeah.
I'm off.
Yeah. I'm leaving.
That's that cat. It's just had enough. It's literally had enough.
I'm surprised that
you're doing that cry. You're doing that cry when you're like.
You know what? You know what would be interesting if this cat had a GoPro on him, just to see. Like I would have thought, honestly, just to see what this cat had. What was going on? Yeah, just to understand the whole journey. I would fully sit there and watch the whole thing.
It's funny you said that. Actually, it's funny you said that. Weirdly, the other day, I noticed on TikTok that there was a cat live. It was a GoPro on the cat, and they were literally just walking on, just a cat.
Yeah.
And they were like, 2,000-3,000 people watching it live, just following this cat. I wonder if it was the same cat.
It could be. It could be because there's people that actually put GoPro on the cat, and just record and see what the cat gets up to.
Yeah.
And I ran on TikTok. I ran into this random video of this cat. Yeah, he was just walking and he saw another cat and he started chasing it. And then they got into a fight and he continued chasing the cat. I was thinking, raw, so what happened there for this cat to chase this cat? Yeah, is he in the wrong territory? Is he in the wrong?
Yeah,
it is. Do nothing.
It is mad how they communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I think it's weird how they get into these situations and they don't actually speak. Do you know what I mean? Well, to us anyway. And it's just weird. I think even the mouse tidying up the guy's mess.
Yeah.
That's actually in itself crazy because you can see it's tidying up his mess. Yeah. So it's what is actually going on that we don't understand fully just yet?
Yeah, with the animal king, the communication.
Do you think humans think that they're the smartest thing on earth, but
we're not.
Do you think we're getting taken over by animals because we're seeing more and more? They're doing more human-like.
I think us thinking that we're the smartest species on earth is arrogance. We just think that because we understand ourselves, we communicate between ourselves. We can't communicate fully with animals.
Yeah.
In terms of understanding what they want 100%. You may think you know what they want, but you don't know until they say it, and they can't say it. So it's
just guessing at this time.
Yeah. And we seem to think that we're above everything other than humans. You know what I mean? So it's it's borderline arrogance, I think. Anyway.
This is going off topic here, but I just want to. This is. You see, remember we were talking about the world being round situation, or is the world flat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just deep in this. I was looking at the world map for some reason. I don't know why. I was looking at the world map here, and I was like, if the world was round, I might be sounding stupid, but just let me give you my theory, and then you can kind of give me your answers in it. If the world was round, wouldn't Australia be the closest thing to America, or whatever, or South America?
What?
Well, it is, isn't it, by flight?
No, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't Australia? If the world was round,
Yeah.
wouldn't Australia be the closest like country to South America?
Well, it will be by flights. Have you checked the times of how long it takes to fly?
I haven't checked.
I don't
I'm just asking.
know.
I'm just asking.
I don't know. I don't even know how close Australia is to South America.
Well,
So
I think the reason why Hawaii
it's
is
12,
away.
it's 12. Apparently, it's 12 hours. I'm getting told it's 12 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
Oh wait,
I
12
don't get.
hours from what? From South America?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I don't get, yeah, if the world was round, wouldn't it be shorter than that though?
What? Why would that matter?
Because because the world is round like this, isn't it? Yeah. So that means it curves, isn't it? So we'll have Russia here curving, and then but it's almost like every flight is almost like this, and it doesn't go like this. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Nah. How do you know it goes like
So
that?
every flight, it seems like they fly around and they go straight. It doesn't
Yeah,
seem
but
like.
that's just
I'm just
a
asking. This
video.
is just a general question. But go on.
Yeah, that's just a video graphic of where you're going to. It's not going to show you how it's going there. It
Why
just
not
shows
though?
you one direction to another.
Yeah,
But
but
that's
why?
just the way it is, isn't it?
Yeah, but
It's not going to show you
surely.
that it's going under like a different direction
No, but
of
it wouldn't go under
the.
though. It wouldn't go under. It would just go around. It wouldn't go. I wouldn't have to go under unless you're going to
No,
like
but
the
what I'm
South
saying
Pole
is
or North Pole. Right?
when I say under, I don't mean like underwater. I
No,
mean
I know what
like
you mean. I know what you mean. Like, I'm talking. I know what you're talking about. But I'm
yeah,
saying, yeah. If that was the case, it would just go around like this. Yeah, because the world is a circle. This it'll go around like this. Yeah,
yeah.
because
That's what it's doing.
as it's doing. Yeah. So why can't they just show that it's doing that instead of it like doing like a straight line going to? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just.
but
It's just something
like
that just came to my head for some reason. I don't know
that
why.
will be the amount of work that they'll have to do to make that graphic look like it's going around and not
No,
straight.
I doubt. I
It's
doubt
not
it'll take that
it's
much
not it's
work.
pointless.
I doubt it'll take that much work. The amount of technology we have
Yeah, but
nowadays, that shit can be
what
done
is
like
that going
this.
to do?
No, you know, it's not nothing to do with it. I'm just trying to understand it. Like, if the world is round, why does you know what I mean? It just seems
So
a bit
you're
odd
saying
to me personally.
if the world is round, why can't they show that the world is round?
No, I'm saying if the world is round, yeah, why can't it like that flight distance? Yeah, wouldn't it be shorter because they would have been way closer to each other? You know what I'm trying to say?
No, but it's a big world. It's a big,
Yeah.
a very.
Let me. You know,
It's
this guy. I'm gonna get my girl. Yeah, I'm gonna get my girl to search this up. Yeah, to search this up, and then I'll get back
Um,
to you. Yeah. We can continue one thing, and I'll bring this back up again
yeah.
because we're already 20 minutes in, and we haven't gone to our next subject.
does it
So,
does it include time zones as well? Though, 'cause time changes, doesn't it as well?
Yeah,
As well. Yes.
Is it actually a 12-hour flight, or is it 12 hours later when you get there?
Say that again.
Is it an actual 12-hour flight? You're on a flight for 12
sorry,
hours.
boys. I'll mute myself for a sec. I'll mute myself for a sec.
Wait till it's back. I'll pause it. Pause it.
Hours from Australia to Dallas.
Okay, go on.
17
so
hours.
17 hours from Australia to Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the longest flight.
Okay. So that's the longest flight to Dallas. I mean to
Yeah, basically that part of the region of the world. Yeah,
Well, that's
what
north.
I'm trying to say.
That's north and east, though, isn't it? That's quite a bit. That.
Yeah, and I
North
get that
as
part,
well.
but what I'm trying to say is, if the world was round, wouldn't that flight path, wouldn't that time difference be that shorter? That's what I'm trying to say.
No, because it's got to go up and like it's got to go north and east. It's got to go.
yeah. It's not just gonna go round. Do you get me? Just because the world's round, it's not just gonna go like this. Like
Yeah, but
it has to go. It has to go into. I don't know the exact directions it's going in, but it has to get there. Do you get me? So it might not just go around. It has to go. It's like driving, right? The world is round, but we don't drive round. do we?
No, I get that part. Yeah, no, but that's different though. That's different. That's what on the floor. You're on the air, so there's nothing restricting you from doing anything else apart from obviously, let's
Well,
say,
yeah,
the fuel
maybe there is.
consumptions or whatever.
Maybe there is. That's what we
Yeah, but
don't know.
what though?
We're not pilots, innit? So we
This is
don't
what I'm
know.
trying to say, but this is what I'm trying.
There's
This
UFOs.
that theory
There's
alone. You know
UFOs,
what I
haven't
mean?
there? There's UFOs we've got to watch out for.
No, but maybe there is. There's signals that they give in the air to tell you which way to go.
No, I
Because you
no,
can't
that part I know. That part I know. It's just like the logic of it doesn't really make sense to me personally. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is what I'm saying crazy, or do I have some sort of like I'm
I
just
mean, if you
misunderstanding
don't know,
something?
it's not crazy.
You know what
If
I
you
mean?
don't know, you don't know, innit? I
Yeah,
don't know. But I just think it's common sense that just because the world is round, it doesn't mean that when you're traveling to Jamaica, you're going in a round circle to get to Jamaica.
Is it the Pacific Ocean in between though?
yeah, but you see, look,
Most
The
likely.
largest ocean in the
for
world.
example, yeah, look, that's the world map in it, yeah, that's the map,
Yeah.
and Australia's down here, yeah.
Yeah.
So if that was round, wouldn't
Yeah.
that be close to the obviously to this part here?
Yeah,
It would
but
be very close, wouldn't it?
You're missing out on the Pacific Ocean as well. That's in between it.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say. The Pacific Ocean, I understand the Pacific Ocean, but I don't think it would take 17 hours for you to get to another country that's you're close to. Even no matter how strict, how wide. You got to remember, these planes are not going like 10 miles an hour. They're going like 100, 200
That's
miles.
big, man.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's big.
Yeah. So it's kind
But you
of
got to
that's what I'm trying to say.
consider.
Just kind of dodgy to me.
You got to consider weather conditions as well.
Yeah, of course. But obviously, if the weather conditions bad, yeah, boy, guys, you already know we always do this. We always straight to another conversation. So just bear with us. We're over 20 minutes in. Just make sure you like, subscribe, and you share this with your family and friends, and you follow us on all social media platforms. Okay. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, I understand if the weather was bad, yeah. Like obviously you can't fly. You'll be like, yeah, we can't. This flight will be cancelled or delayed because the weather is not great.
Not necessarily. I'm not even speaking about snow and rain and stuff. If it's too hot or if it's too like the conditions are not there's not a specific condition. Like there's certain conditions that are not good for the flights to be flying at a certain, height and speed and stuff like that. So it might take longer to get to certain places because it could be too hot. And maybe to us, oh yeah, that's a good day, but for the plane it's not. Do you get what I'm saying? So the weather conditions might be a factor.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's what I just wanted to ask you. Is that's something that's crossed my mind for some reason? But yes, cool. Let's continue with our regular schedule.
One thing we are going to do on here, we are going to do in the future. Obviously, if we do get a bit bigger and we can do this as a proper thing for you guys, we're going to proper research this sort of stuff.
Because I really want to know.
Get some good content out there where we can research, speak to scientists, let's go out there, let's go to observatories and things like that, and make great content for you guys at home. And obviously, Spotify listeners might not be able to see what those sort of content are, but we're going to put a bit more out on Spotify as well as on here on YouTube. But we're going to put so much better content and more content out when we can, and if we can in the future. Tonight, boys, the main topic. It's off a sad story, but I'm tired, and this is coming from a white guy in Yorkshire. I'm tired. I'm tired of this bull. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this narratives. I'm tired of the tabloids. Absolutely tired of the tabloids. I've been tired of the tabloids all my life. Being a Michael Jackson fan the way I am, tabloids I cannot bear. And I see the narratives run. I've seen them for decades. The narratives run. I've seen lies being told through tabloids. And enough is enough, because there needs to be accountability, and there needs to be something put in place where these people cannot write what they want, cannot say what they want and get away with it. And they can put their racist views out on there and nothing happens afterwards.
Yeah.
The scum that is the newspaper. I do not want to really talk about. I will not mention their names. They are the scum for a reason. We are all Liverpool supporters, so we know what the scum is like. The scum has done it again. The scum has been given their name for the reason is because of what they've done again this week. They don't help themselves at all. If they're ever going to try, I don't think they care, if I'm honest. If there was an ounce of empathy, an ounce of careness in them, they wouldn't post anything like this. An incident happened in London earlier on this week, where a man went round with a sword, unfortunately, and a young black boy, died aged 14. 14, no age to die at all. And first of all, I want to say is I hope his family is okay. I hope they're coping with what's going on. I hope and justice is brought to this guy, for number one. But then the storylines the next day, the scum was at it again. When a white person dies, it's tragic. It's tragic when anyone dies. But the way the Sun puts it out, front page, big headline, big picture, this is absolute tragic. And they will use things like tragic, and rightly so, because it's tragic no matter who dies. Yeah. That should be the thing anyway. Every sort of death like this is tragic. So this should be the norm for anyone. Big page, and make sure they get the right tribute they deserve. This time, a young black boy, little page, little section in the corner, and the headline said, "Family's tribute to Sword Lad." Being a white guy, I've not dealt with this shit. I've seen it, and I'm tired of it, but I've not dealt with this shit personally, boys. I want you to give me your... It must hurt. It must hurt deep that this is still happening.
Honestly, yeah, I didn't even realize until it was brought up. I saw it, but I didn't realize until it was brought up. I saw a big picture of, I don't know if this was the same one, but I saw a picture of Trent and this girl,
Mm-hmm.
some model, and it was big writing, and they were talking about how they met at a fashion show and they're gonna maybe go out. Like, they're talking about their relationship, basically. That's front page of the and then the little boy's story was in the top left-hand corner about how he was killed by a guy with a sword. And I was just thinking, whoever puts that onto the newspaper must have thought that, okay, let's look here. This is more important than a boy dying. Trent finding a new girl is more important than a boy dying. Forget about what color he is. Yeah? Forget about what color he is. What's more important is Trent finding a girl than a boy being stabbed to death. That, to me alone, shows that scum company have no heart, no remorse, no nothing. They have nothing. They just think about profit. They just think about money. They don't have anything else in their mind when they're trying to put out a story. That's all it is to them. It's all a game. It's all a story. It's all about trying to make the Mondays, the Tuesdays, the Wednesdays, the Thursdays, etc. exciting. That's it. It's nothing. There's no other agenda. It's just about making money and making this day interesting and exciting. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's sickening. That's sickening. Because I think there was another newspaper page, another page where it showed somebody else, a couple being stabbed, and if they were front page as well, like, it was massive. And it was by a sword as well. It was by a sword, and they were front page, but the only difference was they were white. And that, for me, it's like, I don't know, like, it depends on the person. Do you know what I mean? The person that's writing the story.
It goes through
feels.
the editor as well. The editor
Yeah.
and people that lay out the page know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, because it's like one person that could have written this article could have been like, it could have been strongly, they could have been hurt while writing this, for the couple that died by a sword or for the kid that was stabbed. And then the final say, who never, so no one's ever going to know of, the final say happens to be that guy or that woman. And this is the result. This is how you see the papers come out. And it's just, it's a shame. It's a massive shame. It might not be people that want to actually put it out that way, but the person that has that final say always does it that way. So you can't really cuss the editor, the article, the person that wrote it. You can't really cuss them. You can only just
Do you think
like,
he made the headline though, Derek? Do you think he made the headline, the Swordland headline?
the person that wrote that article definitely didn't make the headline.
Sometimes they don't. Yeah.
Written up whatever they've written, and then the final say goes to the person that's at the top, and there's nothing you could do about it. You can't change that. So if anyone's gonna be angry, it has to be the people at the top that people should be angry at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's institutionalized, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think there's also I'm gonna look at a different angle as well. There's also that you gotta understand with these newspapers, they have different reporters. Every reporter's going out there to find the juiciest story because they want the main headline. I don't know how how the pay system works, but I believe let's say if you have the most, like, your headline, if you have the headline, you basically get probably, I don't know if you get like a bonus or I don't know, a promotion. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's a reward for having your story at the front page. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why every reporter goes out there, tries to find the juiciest story, the juiciest gossip to get the main page. So it's almost like a competition. And the story about celebrities, dating life, scandals, whatever it is that they're doing, is always going to take front and center. Unless let's say the Queen died or something to do with the royal family, or like a war's going on. That's the only thing that can like outshine what the celebrities are doing. Apart from that, it's celebrities and then everything else. You get what I'm trying to say? So that is how it's always been. So whatever the celebrity is doing, that's more interesting to people because they want to know so what is the celebrity doing? What's their life like? What they're doing now? What's the update on their lifestyle? Because they don't meet these people every single day. So the newspaper is almost like telling the stories about these people's lives that you are so fascinated about.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that,
these people ain't real. These people ain't real.
Yeah, they're not real. But
so
as us people, because let's say you live in a broke area, and you have let's say Trent is like someone that you really like, you're always going to be so interested to find out what Trent is doing in his life. What's going on with Trent? Does he have a girlfriend? Is he having a kid yet? Is he doing this? You're always going to be so much more interested, and the newspaper know that, and hence why they put it front and center to say this is what's going on with this person's life.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think,
bro,
even at that same day, if that was a white kid, do you think he'd have been front page over Trent?
I don't think he'll be front page. I think he would have had a bigger column, though. That's the difference. I don't think he would have been front page. I think he would have had a bigger column rather than just that little column they put in the saying sword line. There would have been like a young white man, or they would have put the name of the kid or whatever it is. They'll be like, family, this and that has lost their child, this and this and this and this and that. And they would have spoke about the whole situation. Police are looking into it. There'd be a few witnesses, asking for. That's what it would have been like. But because it's almost like, how can I put it? It's almost like death is not important anymore because it happens every single day. You know what I'm trying to say? There's stabbings that we don't know about, but it's happening. But you just don't put it on local news. There's situations out there that we will never hear about unless you follow these YouTube bloggers that talk about what's going on in the street, what's going on in the area. That's the only way you'll understand what is really going on in your district or in your borough. Apart from that, you're never going to hear these things hit main headlines unless it happens in central London.
Well,
because central London is meant to be like this a place where rich people walk around, where it's meant to be safe and everything. But if someone gets stabbed in central London, you're gonna hear about it everywhere. You know what I mean? But if it happens in areas,
that's
you know
more
what I mean?
like they actually care more about those people in central London
Yeah, of course.
as well.
Life
There's
is
almost
much
an image.
life is much more wild than we think.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, like you said, that we don't really know what's actually happening. If we knew what was happening in the world nowadays, would be like the world would be chaos.
Yeah, we don't leave our house.
Yeah, it would be chaos. We are living at risk, at our own risk.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on, but we just walk like outside like everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day because of what you don't know is happening.
Yeah.
And that's just how life has always been. Imagine back in the day, it was worse. Life is worse back in the day than it is now because the only difference is now there's
We know
social
about
media.
it.
We know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social media has given us a chance to know about things. You get me? Back in the day, bruv, the amount of things that would be happening and we wouldn't even know. It's crazy. The amount of children that are going missing and we don't even know. Do you get me? So yes, even though we don't know everything, we know more than we did before.
100%.
Do you get me?
100%.
So
And this is why we as the general public need to start doing things, because now we know they're being exposed. They're being exposed for what they're doing. The tabloids, the mainstream media, they're all being exposed. Their narratives are being shown widely. Things like TikTok and YouTube, for example, have given people a chance to get the truth out there and get different views out there, a view that we didn't hear before. And the way tabloids have been writing over the last 20, 30 years is basically headlines and to get, like Derry said earlier, people to buy the tabloids, people to buy the newspapers, people to click the articles online. That's all they give a shit about.
Yeah.
And I think they've absolutely exposed themselves this week for pure. It's simple. I'm going to put it out there. It's simple racism. That is as simple as that. It couldn't be anything else. There's no other logic around how they made that article and how they make a different article different. It happens with footballers. When Sterling bought his mum a house, the headline was like, "Oh, look at this guy showing off with like his money and stuff like that." And when Jack Grealish buying his mum a house or something like that, it was like, what a kind person. It's absolute clear. The difference between Jack Grealish and Raheem Sterling is the colour of their skin.
Yeah.
Or the culture they've come from. And that is not okay.
Yeah.
In any state of life, never mind in the front of your face is like that. And something needs to be done about it. I absolutely saw beyond narratives of newspapers. I used to help out at my local shop, and I'm still mates with them now. And I used to also see the newspapers every single day. And it was my 18th birthday. I stayed up one night. I think World Music Awards. Michael Jackson came on the World Music Awards.
Yeah.
And it came out. It was in London, and it came out, and the atmosphere was unreal. Like the screams was like as decibel as you can get. Like this guy got absolute the deserved accolades he got that night. The way the fans were, the way everyone. This is when Chris Brown came out. It came out at the end to meet him at the end, and the next day the headline said Michael Jackson booed. I was like, booed? You see how the headline works and the narrative works? Booed.
Yeah.
It's a narrative. I watched it the night before on my 18th birthday. I watched it the night before. I stayed up for it and watched it, and he did not get booed. You can go back to it now on YouTube and watch it. The World Music Awards.
But one thing I can say about that though,
and the mad.
You see the watching it on TV and watching it in an arena or whatever are completely different.
I get that. But anyone that's been there as well, people have also said that they've been there. Said there's no way that was booze. There was no booze at all.
Fair enough then.
if you watch the actual video, you'll understand what I mean by there's no booze at all, and the way they created the headline yesterday. Because if people didn't watch that or people weren't there, they would believe the headline.
Yeah.
It's so easy to spread lies and so easy to create a narrative where if you say it enough times, people start to believe it. When they weren't there, they don't know the truth. They didn't watch that program. They're just basing their opinions off what they've just seen.
Yeah.
It's like watching football, and look. It's like watching football, right? You don't watch the game itself. You look after the stats, and you make an opinion on basically on the stats. It doesn't work like that. Watch the game. I say this to all the people. And stats obviously are important, but don't base your opinion on something just based on stats.
Yeah. No, I think it's also if you really look at it, the newspapers can do all of these things and they can come up with these narratives because, for example, if I got, for God forbid, but let's say I knew someone that got attacked and the newspapers were there or shooting, they will have no remorse knowing that I just lost somebody. They will come up straight to my face with a camera in my face, with a microphone. Can you give us a comment? How do you feel right now? And you as a person can't do nothing to them because if you attack them, you get sued. Yeah, you get sued. Instead, and the whole human side of it gets misconstrued and gets put aside because it's like they're not looking at you as this guy's a grieving person. They're looking at you like you just heard an innocent person that's come to ask you questions. So that's what the newspapers can get. They can get away with these things because they have that line of protection. Yeah, that line of protection is there. I don't want to talk to you when I'm grieving. I don't want you to come to my house taking pictures of me when I'm trying to come into my house after I lost somebody. I don't want that. I don't want those pictures there. But I can't do nothing to you because I will get in trouble if I touch you. And that is where the front line comes into it. There should be something to be saying, look, if someone's lost somebody or something tragic happened to a family, do not disturb them.
That is where what comes into it?
I said that's where they've got to find some way to put like a law or something to come into say if someone's lost something.
You said something. That's when the something line.
I said fine line. There's a fine line. There's a fine line between that and it's like you can't come up to that family or approach them for any comments unless they're willing themselves to come and talk to you. And if you do, and whatever happens to you, that is your own problem because you decided to cross that line, to cross that boundary, and that's what it should always be. But they don't have boundaries for news reporters. They don't have boundaries for none of these people.
That's one of the big issues. That's annoying. Like me, if BuzzFeed, for example, wrote an headline and stuff like that. Like I wrote for LSE transfer film for a bit, but obviously not that deep, not on stories like this. But if we wrote an article, we wouldn't write about this. We wouldn't go into people's camera space. We've been brought up with empathy. We've been brought up to be compassionate. We've been brought up to be a decent human being. This is beyond just putting a law down. This is fucking change yourself as a fucking person. Yeah. This is have some fucking decency and do not write that shit.
Yeah.
Who do you actually think you are?
Yeah.
How can you write that there, sword lad, and think that's okay to be put out and click that wording is absolutely fine. That is so disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's beyond disrespectful. That's actually disgusting.
Yeah. I think there's a saying that you will never understand what someone's going through unless you go through yourself. And that is what it is with that situation there. You will never understand what it feels like losing a child over nothing. It's not like the guy was in a gang or whatever. This is a young kid in his house that this guy decided to grab a long ass knife, break into the house, kill him, and then run around trying to attack other people. And this, I guarantee you, when this guy goes to court, they'll be like, "Oh, there's mental health issues."
Don't even start with that.
And so you know what I mean. There's difference there. There's mental health issues, but if this was a black guy now, you change the scenario to a black guy
or a Muslim, for example,
or a Muslim guy, or it's a terrorist attack, or it's gang related. But at the same time, I feel like for black people and people that from ethnic backgrounds, I feel like they judge us because of what we do to ourselves. You know what I mean? But for example,
it makes it easier.
It makes it easier because they see, you always kill black people anyways. You're black, but you kill another black person. You don't like this person because they live in this area. You don't like, you know what I mean? And then for people like, let's say people that are like from another, like the Asian side and the whole like Iraq and everything like that, they see them, but your people are always bombing each other. Your people are always attacking people. You know, so that is already wired in your mind that if this person from this race does this is because of this thing, and if this person from this race, a black race, does this is because of gang violence, because what I see on TV every single day, what I'm exposed to.
TV, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
TV and media.
So it's kind of
To
difficult
make it that way.
Yeah, to kind of it's difficult, but I understand what you're saying. I'm sick and tired of it. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of knife attacks that I live in an area where I can walk around and turn a corner and I can get stabbed. You know what I mean? Like that's how easy it is for me. That's the area I live in. You know what I mean? So it's almost like I'm basically used to it. It's almost like I'm basically used to living in a jungle, because this is like a concrete jungle. There's someone that can stab you around the corner that I don't even know who they are, and I ain't got a problem with them, but they just see me and they attack me.
Yeah.
I think it all comes down as well, though. That sort of stuff is also there is knife crime going around, and there is black kids killing other black kids for no reason, just for simple of gang related things. It's absolutely pointless stuff. But that comes down to again to the scenarios that they're in, the foundations that they're coming from, when the government are not helping throughout. Like where I'm from, that is not. I'm in a rough area. I'm white, but I'm in a rough area, and the kids have got fuck all to play with. They've got fuck all to play with. They've got nowhere to go play football. They've got nowhere to go. And I'm gonna shout out Stormzy. I don't know if you've seen it this week. What Stormzy's done.
Yeah.
He's opened up a whole like a football sort of thing, gaming.
Literally right next to my house where I used to live there.
That is perfect. That is what kids need, and they need good role models in society.
Yeah,
they need people to. Also, we said it the other week about social services and making sure these kids are looked after. They're not fucking looked after, and they're easily forgotten because they're from a different culture or a different skin color. They're easily forgotten. They're ignored, and this is down to the government. The government will ignore certain things because they don't see it on a daily basis. It's easy for them to ignore it. They're walking out in their posh part of London, and they don't give a shit as long as their kids are all right. But why are you a politician, and why are you wanting to be a politician? A politician is supposed to be there to be saving the people of the country, to make sure every child has an opportunity to do something, and not fall down the life of crime. Because I'll tell you one thing, these kids don't want to do crime.
No, a lot of them don't.
They don't want to do crime. They just need, it's just they're expressing a way of this is what they only know, or there's no other way out.
Yeah.
You hear in rap songs in America, the gangsters, like Akon said it himself, you die or you do something, or you do drugs. That's the only way out for them. Why are we only giving those options to them? That's the thing. But it needs to start coming from the government downwards and save these and give people a chance in life.
But I also think it also comes down to, I think, the main core of the problem is, obviously the government, but you as a parent, it's your responsibility to make sure your child does the right thing.
Yeah.
And if your child goes the wrong way or whatever, it doesn't mean you're a bad parent, but it just means you're missing. There's something missing that you're not doing in your child's life for them to make that decision. You get what I'm saying? It always comes back to something. You know what I mean? So I say to you, so it's not always the government, but it's also you got to look at the people that in this child's life, who's in their life, who's influencing to show them. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a lot of other things.
But it starts with the government.
It starts with the government. Yeah.
It starts at home, bro. It starts at home.
No.
Yeah,
It can't. It's impossible, bro. It's impossible to start from home. Do you know why?
Why?
Because, like I said this before.
Yeah, go on.
The parents, that are parents now, were once the kids before.
Yeah.
Right. So, for example, your mum and dad. Let's say they were born in your ends, right? If they were born in your ends, your mum and dad had to be cared for by their mum and dad, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to go through the same thing that you're going to go through. How they, obviously, the parents have to take accountability for their child and their actions and stuff like that. That's correct. Yeah. But you can only do so much with what you're left with, right? With what you're given. If you're
The
given,
opportunity that you're getting here.
yeah, any opportunity that you're given, you're gonna have to take that, right? So
Yeah.
let's say that your parents had it hard. They grew up in the ends. If they're growing up in the ends, they're gonna delve into certain things where
Mm.
there's a decision that they're gonna have to make, and if it ends up being the correct decision further on down the line, which means that you don't end up in
Yeah.
the
Somewhere out there, yeah.
right. If you don't end up in that sort of situation, then they've done all right. But the majority of the time, your parents would have had to delve into the streets a little bit to make sure that they're not going to be either
Yeah.
they're not going to be victims. They're not going to be victims. They're going to try to be the bully so they don't be bullied. Stuff like that. But again, your parents are not going to go through that because they're from a different area. They're from Africa.
Yeah.
They're coming from Africa. Do you get me?
Mm.
Whereas you are coming into the jungle. You're coming into the real thing. And you're a young you. You're not gonna come in there you're not gonna come in there in a situation that your parents came into. No.
Yeah.
You're going into a British school, you're going to try and make friends, you're gonna try and not be, like I said, not be bullied. Try not to be a victim. Those things are not easy to go through. Do you get what I mean? So now you've gone through all of that, all the things that you went through as a youth. You try not to be bullied. You try to be the bully so you don't get bullied. You try to get friends that are, you know, they're not gangsters, but they know how to handle themselves.
Yeah.
Those things become gangs.
Mm.
Those people that are your friends become gangs because you want to try and protect yourself.
Yeah.
Then you're in a system that is now fucked because you're trying to make ends meet. Like you grow up, you're trying to make money. Your parents don't make enough for you because you're a teenager. You have to impress your friends. You go through different like if my daughter's going through crazy emotional things, right? I may think I understand because I was once her age. But she's going through a completely different thing now because her world is different to what it was from mine.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? And I don't know how to handle that because I don't know what her world is like.
Yeah, but that's responsibility for you as a parent to find out what that world is like, so you can be able to help her out for that situation.
Yeah, that's great.
There, you know
but
what I mean?
like, what I'm saying is, not everyone is able to do that.
But that's the problem. But that's the problem. Do you see what I'm trying to say? That's the problem.
The government.
That's what I'm saying about what you can be a great parent. That's the one thing that's missing. That is it. You see what I'm trying to say? That is a problem right there. If you can't, you as a parent, you should be able to. Okay, let me give you an example. I don't know if you watched King. Is it King Richard or something like that? King Richard, with the Will Smith movie about
Nah,
okay.
I know what you're
So
talking
basically,
about.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about, innit? His goal was he always said to his kids, "You are superstars. You're gonna get out of here. You're gonna be a lawyer. You're gonna be the world's best tennis player." And what did he do?
No, I watched it.
Yeah, you watched it.
Yeah.
What did he do? He grew up in a rough area. He used to tell a story about his dad used to leave him to get beaten up by white guys because back then you couldn't, touch white guys or whatever, but he got beaten up because of it. Yeah?
Yeah.
He could have used that situation and been like, let me be like my dad. But he said, no, I'm going to make sure my kids, and they were all girls, not like they were boys. So he had an even harder chance because he grew up in a hood. To grow up, keep all those kids in a straight and narrow line to make sure that they don't get involved in that situation. They don't get involved in the certain situation. So as a parent, he takes our responsibility to know, listen, I know where I am. I know what I had to go through back then. I understand my social situation right now in this current day and age, what could happen to my kids. I'm making sure I understand that as a parent because I need to make sure that if my kids going through this, I know what they're going through and I can have a solution to be like, listen, okay, cool, let's do this together. Let's do this. Yeah?
I get
that's
that.
Your duty.
But you know why that's a techie it's a techie situation to kind of compare that to real life because it's a film.
No,
right?
but that's what happened though.
It's
not every single thing's accurate. Not every single thing's accurate. Yeah.
Right.
But
it's
in a
based
situation, Yeah.
That's
In that
true.
situation,
Based off based off
Mhm.
true life situations.
Yeah,
Fact,
yeah.
that's
Mhm.
true. But again, the things that you're saying, it didn't. We don't know if it exactly went that way.
Of course, yeah,
You get
yeah.
me?
But I'm just trying to say
So,
what you see from the terms of
of
the
course,
results
yeah,
of the
of
whole
course, the
situation.
results,
He made sure
100%.
that, you know what I'm trying to say, yeah, go on.
100%.
Yeah,
But not everybody's that lucky. And as well, the father was always very, 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 very disciplined because of what he went through from his parents.
Exactly. But that's what all
Do you
parents
get
should
me?
be, though. That's what I'm
So
trying to say,
yeah,
though.
but
That's what I mean.
it like the the trajectory,
Mm.
yeah, of um parenting is not always going to be like going upwards. Do you get me?
Yeah.
In terms of in a positive manner, right?
Yeah.
Because your dad might have been great to you as a parent, but there's certain traumatic situations that's happened to you that shaped you
Changes.
into a different
Yeah.
type of person.
Yeah, of
And
course.
then
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
passing that down. Do you get me? And then your parenting is not so great. And then your daughter or your son, you know,
And
it's
this is how the government can help as a whole with the parenting.
exactly.
We said it this week. Parenting, obviously, not every parent is good, and there is bad parenting out there, but there's chosen bad parenting, and then there's bad parenting just because of the trauma they've gone through.
Yeah.
And the parenting and they know nothing different. They need help. And this is where it comes to the government. It all can change from the government. The government can do a lot. They can give facilities for the kids to do things. They can help parents a bit more how to support the child. They can provide great education for kids where they don't need to go out into the street and fight. And they don't. I think they'd rather a civil war and let the peasants as what they might see as fight amongst themselves, and they can just be the puppets and watch it all unfold. We're not the violent ones, so we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's how I actually think of it. Like I watched something years ago, and it just got me thinking. Like the way how the life looks from different from their point of view is like we are the puppets, we are Sims, and they just laugh. They watch things when things are going wrong, when things are going like terribly wrong. They're just like, yeah, look, I told you that's gonna happen. Like, look how funny that is. Someone's going through a madness, and it's funny to them. It's not funny to us that are actually
They did it in
going through
lockdown.
it.
They did it in lockdown. They put us all in lockdown, laughed at us, and had a little party themselves.
Do you know what I mean? Things like that. It's like it's their own little movie, their own little series of different scenarios. You get me? And yeah, I just think it all starts. There's no way we would have a fucked up world if the people that are in control of it were sane. Do you get me? They had remorse, they had empathy, they had sympathy, they had anything that was
Decency.
remotely positive. Like I don't even know how to explain it, but these people that are in charge are the people that are responsible for all the wrongdoings. Do you get me? It's the people at the top. You can't blame the players for everything. You can't blame the people that work for you for everything. When something goes wrong in a shop, you look for the manager. You don't go and speak to the person at the till. If something's out of date, and the person at the till is like, well, sorry, I didn't know. Where's your manager? I want to speak to your manager. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't say I want to speak to the prime minister. I want to speak to the president because this shit is not right. You can't do that. We can't certainly do that.
What we do is we run to be a local MP, and then we make ourselves up to the top. That's the only way things change in this country. Is if someone from the bottom.
You know what? I feel like what I feel like what we, as like you said, I understand I completely agree with a lot of what you're saying, but I feel like if we really want something to change, you got to do something about it. And prime example, we're seeing it every single day. We're seeing it like we see it. It's face to. We literally it's in our face now. We can't be like, oh, that's disgusting. is the LGBTQ community. That situation there, it shows you when people are unified and looking at one particular thing and they're trying to change one particular thing and they all have the same mindset in terms of how they want to go about a situation, how they want to attack a thing that they don't like or something that they want to change. It shows you when you people are unified, what we can do. And a prime example with their situation now. But my point is, it's not because it's easy or hard, but my main point is that every single one of them had the same mindset. We want this to change, and this is what we're gonna do, and they were unified, and that's the main, that's the key thing, unification. If there's one person in the team, let's say us three, yeah, we're doing something this, we'll unify the same. We want this to succeed. But if I, the one person, say I don't want it to succeed, and I show up late, I don't want to come on time, I don't do nothing.
He's
Yeah,
exposing himself here. It's very
no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm trying to say, in terms of if I have a different mindset to you guys, this whole thing is gonna break down because it only takes one person to destroy everything. You can have 100 people that are on the same mindset, but it takes one person to do one thing, and it destroys everything you've done.
Yeah, but
so when everybody's unified,
that's life, though.
It
that's
changes the
life.
situation.
There's
But
still,
I know that's
still...
life. What I'm saying is, if you're unified, things will change. But if you're not, and there's not people, there's no, because you're not in London, but these people do, like, you got railroad people doing strikes. They don't want to, bro. It's not going to change. You know why? Because people can still get buses. People can still get Ubers. But if all of them came together and be like, yeah, bro, we're not doing nothing for the whole day, you think the government is going to sit there and be like, yeah, we're listening to you? They're going to listen. Because people can't get into work. Because people can't, you know what I'm trying to say?
If you watched, it's obviously, have you watched Bug's Life?
Yeah.
And Bug's Life gives you a brilliant scenario in that where the ant stands up, and
then
when
everyone stands up.
When the grasshoppers are back at their player, they say, "Oh, it was only one ant. It was only one ant." And then he's like, "But what if they all stood up? They outnumber us 10-1."
The thing is, though, yeah, what I'm saying is that community is not a joke thing. They're not. There's not.
Because they're all as one. That's what I mean.
Yeah. But it's like, it's almost the same as, I don't know. What can I? Well, you can't compare that, man. You can't really compare it. But I mean, when people unite, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be successful, right? It doesn't actually mean that's what's gonna happen. It's just about the effort that you put in. Once you're united, do you get me? And the LGBT community are putting a lot of pressure. They put in a lot of pressure because there's people that are at the top. There's people that are at the peak of their talents, their age, everything that. Let's talk about the talents, right? So footballers, basketball players, politicians, singers, yeah. There's a lot of people that are gay, and when you have that sort of power, you're going to be heard, and then people are going to think, okay, I'm all right, I can speak now, I can speak out. So let's get this community stronger, and that's what's happening. It's not just like people that have no voice that are gay. There's people that have voices that are gay.
No, I understand that completely, but it still goes back to the point of, put it this way, if I'm in power, yeah, and then you're coming up to me and saying, I want this to change, yeah, but you by yourself, let's say you have a voice, yeah, you by yourself are coming to me, I want things to change. I'll look at you like, you're only one person though. No one else is coming up to me and complaining about this. Whatever, move, yeah. But now,
not if I had a voice. You wouldn't say that.
No. Bro, if you as a one person yourself, I don't care if you have a voice. You as a one person yourself come to me about a problem. I don't care. It's only you. No one else is complaining. Bro, go away. I don't care about you right now because no one else is complaining. But if now you have 100 people, yeah, you as a voice, other people that I might not know them, but they have a voice now because they're behind you, and then I have other people that sees you that are in your position where they have a voice, but they never came to speak up because no one else has done it, but you have done it. Now 1,000 other people are doing it. You feel more confident now to come out and say, you know what, I've been wanting this to change, but I didn't have the balls to say it. But because I have other people behind me and backing me, I can speak now. That's what it is about the LGBTQ. They're all the same mindset. That's what I'm trying to say. It's all the unification thing, bro.
Mhm.
They all came as one in that position.
Mhm.
People that had a voice, they could have spoke about it, but they didn't pay attention because there wasn't enough people speaking about it. But now more people are coming out speaking about it. More and more people. Now it's like, oh crap, we have pressure now because we not only have the people that have voices, we got people that public servants that are coming out speaking now. We got people doing this. Why? Because they all came together under one thing, to achieve one goal, which was to pass laws for gay people to be doing what they want to do, for gay people to be out there doing this and doing that. That's what it is. They always come down to being unified, bro. That's
Those
what it
same
is, the
people,
unification, bro.
but those same people might be at the newspaper, in the media. Those same people that are being united to be heard and stuff like that. They could be in the media, so they are also pushing an agenda
Because they came together, bro. Because if only one person's pushing that agenda, no one else is going to pay attention, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. If one person pushing an agenda, you're not going to pay attention because there's only one person.
Yeah, but what if you're pushing the agenda in a place where
depends how powerful their voice is.
No. It does. Okay, put it this way, yeah. If you're talking and me and Debbie are talking, who's going to be louder? Us or you?
Shall we try
it just depends on what you're saying.
No. It's not. It doesn't depend.
Yeah, it depends what
If
you're saying.
he's
It's
talking,
all about context. It's about what.
If he's
it
it
If
doesn't.
you're just coming out with absolute nonsense.
No.
If
you're speaking louder, that don't mean that what you're saying is being heard.
No. You're missing the point here. It doesn't matter about the voice or the. I'm trying to say to you, or what we're saying. No, I'm saying if he's speaking by himself and me and you are speaking, who's going to be heard more? Me, us two, or him?
Depends what you're saying, bro.
No, bro, don't do that.
I think it depends what you're saying.
You,
because I've noticed the ones that talk the most.
Okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example.
Now, bro, you're misunderstanding.
Let me give you an example.
We both have microphones, yeah? We both have microphones. All three of us have microphones, yeah? He's speaking, yeah? Saying whatever he's saying. And then me and you are speaking, saying whatever you're saying. Who's going to be heard more? Me and you, because there's two people versus one person. It doesn't matter how loud your voice is. If you don't have... It's true, bro.
No. Bro, that is incorrect. Yeah?
Bro,
just because two people are there, all right, let me explain something to you. Just because there's two people over one person, it doesn't mean that those two people are going to be heard over that one person. Let me give you an example, right? If I said that the color of the sky is blue, right? And both of you said that the color of the sky is red.
Yeah, I think you're about speaking at the same time, though.
No. But put it this way. So you're telling me, yeah, you'll believe a truth using your logic. It
depends.
No. Hold on. No. Hold on. You come up to me using your logic. You come up to me and be like, "Yo, Harms, that pineapple juice is dead, you know." Okay, cool. Now you said that to me. Now 100 people come up to me and say to me, "Yo, Harms, pineapple juice is peng, bruv. You need to try it." Who am I listening to? The one person that came up to me.
No, but listen.
Oh no, let me finish. Let me finish.
Yourself.
You know what I'm saying is correct. You're trying to cut me. No, let me finish. And this is proven every single day. And the maddest thing is, I can't believe you say this, but I have to say this. Yeah, you one person come up to me saying pineapple juice is dead. 100 people come up to me and say pineapple juice is good. Who the hell am I listening to? The one person that's tried it and their opinion's not great, or am I gonna go listen to the 100 people that come up to me and say to me, "You know what? This is good." I'm gonna listen to them. Why would I listen to you?
But that's up to you, though.
Doesn't really do
yeah, that's up to the listener.
That's up to you.
It's not up to oh my days, bro. I can't. You know what? Fine.
The way how I live my life, yeah.
We have to agree to disagree with this. I can't believe you. It's fine.
The way how I live my life is, yeah. I am not in the queue, right? I'm not in that queue. Okay. I'm not in the line. I'm always standing outside of the line.
On my own.
You get me?
I'm
always outside the box, bro. I am never going. If there's a post office and there's only one post office there and there's 50 men standing there to get into that post office, I'm walking to the other post office. I ain't standing in that queue because I know there's more chance of me getting to that other post office and delivering what I need to deliver in time, because I need to do that in a certain time. So I'm not going to stand with everybody else. I don't know what they're doing.
Let me give you an example of how that may not work in the end. Is look how YouTube has taken over mainstream media. YouTube was the little guy that had the little voice. Mainstream media had all that power, all those voices.
And now people go to YouTube.
Because it's all about context. It's all about who wants to listen to what. It's about what you want to listen to.
No, you know why that's a bad example.
One more example.
No, hold on. Before you say that, let me say what he's. You know why that's a bad example.
I beg you, because I'll forget. One more.
God.
And then this one, you're gonna be like, oh yeah. Oh,
I bet you I won't, but go ahead.
Watch this, right? Do you remember not too long ago? Yeah, and I know you was one of them, so don't even try it, right? Have you got a vaccination?
No.
Why?
Bro, I know that shit is rubbish, bro. I know that shit is crap.
What do you mean? What do you mean? But everybody was saying that we should get the vaccination.
Yeah, everyone was saying.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. You are talking about something that can affect my health. Why the hell? That makes no sense.
Exactly. That's the context.
That makes no sense. I swear to
you
God,
listen to those small people.
Put this out. I guarantee you, the comments are gonna
because of your health.
Bro,
what you're saying is
contradicted yourself.
Wrong, bro. You know why? You know why it's completely wrong?
You just said
hold on.
Something about drinking.
Wait.
You just said something about drinking. Yeah.
Is
that
juice
not going to affect your health?
Oh my God. So wait, you're saying pineapple juice is going to affect your health? Pineapple juice.
Bro, why not?
Pineapple juice.
Why not?
It could be off pineapple.
You don't know.
You could be lied to by the hundreds of people.
Guys, listen, guys. I know we've gone over time. But obviously this conversation is not going to end. We're going to agree to disagree with this one. Let's just leave it as that. But anyways, let's move on from this situation. It's been an hour already. We were talking about the main conversation. The main conversation was basically saying, what's going on with the whole mainstream media with
and tabloids,
and tabloids and everything. It's not right, and we obviously all have the same agreement with it. We'll just obviously brought up different angles. Make sure you communicate with us as well. Get involved in the comment section. Tell us what you guys think. You might have a different point of view. You never know. We might go back to the comment section and see. We might come back into it and discuss about the situation. But please get involved in this debate. And make sure you like and subscribe this. We're coming to the end of the podcast. We're about to play one game before the stream ends. But make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow us on all social media platforms. And like I said, we're going to agree to disagree. I definitely disagree with these two, but it's fine. But yeah, let's move on.
It's 2 against 1, by the way.
You're both wrong, but it's fine. But it doesn't matter. Let's move on. Let's go. What's the game?
We'll let the listeners decide on that basis. Where Aaron has basically said that the one that speaks is on his own shouldn't be listened to. Now is the one that's on his own should be listened to.
That's basically what you said.
You know the maddest thing is, I said was to you. What I made a point to you said when people come together, it works. When there's a divide, it never works. But clearly, you don't see that. But it's fine.
No, but you also said
continue. We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on. I'm not saying anything else.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me carry on. The next thing. We're talking about the next thing. But
no, let's go to the game. Let's go to the game. I typed in. I said to the guys before we started this, a little game. We'll do it for 5-10 minutes. Little game. I decided at the beginning of this podcast that I typed into Google why am I, and it came up with 8 different options of what was going to be said next, what people were searching for on Google. I want these two to see if they can guess all 8 why am I sentence finishers, as it were. Okay. So, boys, why am I? What would be the follow-on to that? 8 different finishers.
So do we do it one by one, or you just
shout out? Shout out. What do you think?
Why am I always tired?
That is number 1. Why am I so tired? That is number 1. That is definitely.
Why am I always hungry?
That is in there. That is number 4. Why am I always hungry? I type that in like 60 times a day, I think.
Yeah.
Why am I always hungry?
Why am I always farting?
Fighting so much. That is number
Farting. Oh, I think
7.
it's
Yeah.
fasting.
Why am I fighting so much?
Okay.
Is it
That
there?
number 7.
That's mad. Okay.
That is number
Why
7.
am I? Why am I always late?
That's you. That's just you that's typing that in.
That's you.
No one else is typing that in.
That's
That
just
is
you,
not the
mate.
top 8.
Did you say hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
Tired,
hungry,
hungry,
yeah.
and farting so far. Yeah. Through the top 8.
So was
Why?
what I said? Was that in there or wasn't?
No. Why am I so
Oh,
late? No.
cool. All right.
Why am I always?
It's a good one, though. I like that one. Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you think they're looking for Google for the answers? You probably know why you're late.
Nah,
True.
to be fair to you,
Why am I always
there's
gassy?
people out there that actually still don't know when they're late.
Well, I was gassy. That comes under fighter, doesn't it? No, that's not in there. There is something else to do with the bowels. That's number 8.
Why am I always?
When you don't release.
Why am I always constipated?
Why am I constipated? Number 8. It is.
Okay.
Why am I constipated? Is number 8. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 2, 3,
Why
5,
am
6, and 7.
Why am I always sneezing?
No, that's not in there. I can see why it would be in there, but it's not in there. No.
Yeah, that should be in there.
I'll give you clues if it gets a little bit further.
Okay.
2 of them are pretty much the same thing, but one with another word in between. The 2 that I'm saying now is something to do with the body.
Why am I always losing weight?
Why am I losing weight? Yep, that is number 2.
Why am I always gaining weight?
Why am I not losing weight is number 5.
I said
Why am I
gaining.
not
at
losing?
least.
Yeah, so
Why
that
am I
is
bloated?
yeah,
Okay,
why am I
so-
not
okay,
losing weight?
cool,
Why am I
cool,
losing
cool.
weight is in there.
Why am I bloated?
No, that's not in there. The 3 left is. I know we've got 2 left, have we? So tired. Yeah, got that. Losing weight, always hungry. Not losing
Why
weight.
am I always
Oh,
cold?
2 left. 2 left.
Okay.
Why am I always cold?
Why am I always cold? Yep, is number 3.
Why am I always hot?
Nope.
Really? That's surprising because that okay.
That's true. That should be one.
The last one left. The last one left is number 6 on the list, but it is also something to do with the body, but another part of the body.
Why am I so skinny?
Why is my lips always dry?
Ooh.
No.
Nah, damn. Okay. That would've been a good one.
Why am I so sleepy?
Nope. Think of your lower region.
Why am I always hard? is that one of them?
That's mad. that is mad.
You don't know people are out there that are mad, you know.
That is
You don't
mad.
know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's not one of them.
No, it's not on there, by the way.
Okay.
It's not on there, by the way.
Cool.
Wet dreams.
No, but it's the right part of the body.
Just deepen it. Just say that again in my head. That's mad.
Yeah, that's mad.
I'd love to know the answer.
Oh, why do I always wet the bed?
Why am I always peeing so much shit? Why am I peeing so much?
Okay.
Why am
Is
I
one,
peeing?
yes. So why am I so
I'll
tired?
talk to that
one.
region though.
Why am I so
always
tired?
hard?
Number 1. Why am I losing
That's
weight?
true.
Is number 2. Why am I always cold? Number 3. Why am I always hungry? Why am I not losing weight? Why am I peeing so much? Why am I fighting so much? And why am I constipated? Which one relates to you most time?
Mine's why am I always tired?
Wait, say that again. Say the list again.
Which one? Which one? So tired, losing weight, not losing weight, cold, hungry, peeing so much, fighting so much, constipated. Which one relates to you? Which one would you type in? Is it the one that you said a bit of
Nah.
it?
That's not what I said. I'll say tired as well because a lot of time I get tired for no reason. I don't know why. I need to figure it out.
Yeah, no, mine's tired definitely, and I found out the other day while I was tired. I done some like blood tests, and I had some virus that you can get from like wolves and dogs, and apparently like it makes
Foxes.
it's some cytoglorivirus or something, some next name. I saw that in my test results, and it makes your joints like it makes your muscles like tired and hurt. Like so you'd play football and then literally for the whole week you're recovering like you've played
Shit.
3 or 4 games in a week or something. And it was happening for a long time, and I was like, that's crazy. And I'll be sleeping in school. I'd like not sleeping, but like, you know, like you just doze
Yeah,
off.
where you wake yourself up. Yeah.
Yeah. And it would happen when I'm like concentrating on something. Do you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like I've been focused on it for too long that my eyes just give way.
Yeah.
And then I thought, nah, let me just go and check it out. And turned out I had this little virus.
How did you
So,
even get that virus? That's the question.
bro, I don't know. I think it might have been from like my kid or something, or one of the kids.
That should be on Nick's Google search then. How did I get this virus?
That's
Yeah.
We hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of the podcast. This has been episode 10. Episode 10 of the HD podcast. Make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. Please, let's get to 100 subscribers by summer. That's what I'm hoping to get. And I hope everyone that is subscribed and is coming back. So thank you for tuning in, everyone. Make sure you do like and subscribe, like I said. Keep following us and watch us on Spotify, YouTube, and all the platforms as well. We hope you've had a great time listening to this. We don't just talk about banter stuff. We don't just have a laugh. We sometimes address serious issues, and that's exactly what we did tonight on this podcast. Please have a great weekend if you are having a weekend. If you're working weekend, please make sure you listen to this podcast whilst you're working. Thank you guys, and hope you have a great time.